Om Sri Sai Ram. It was in August 1990 that Sri Satsai Medical Trust approached me to join as chairman of the international committee set up for establishment of Sri Satsai Institutes of Higher Medical Sciences. And I accepted the offer, and with Bhagwan's blessings, I was appointed as the director of the Sri Satsai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Prashantigram, Puttaparthi, which started functioning in 1991. I was also asked to direct the Sri Satsai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Whitefield, Bangalore, which was established in 2001 January. Before joining the Satsai mission of healthcare, I was medical superintendent of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, for nearly 18 years. All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi is one of the Asia's biggest hospitals and a National Institute of Medicine for India. While serving in that institute, I realized that our country, which is vastly different in different regions and has got large percentage of people, its population living below the poverty line, needs a special type of healthcare system to look after their ailments and diseases. The good medicine and proper medicine these days does always cost money, and the poor people of our country cannot afford this. I was seeing that All India Institute of Medical Sciences as a hospital was trying to do its best, but was not succeeding in this purpose very squarely. When the offer of Sri Satsai Medical Trust came, and with Bhagwan's motivation, I was able to see that a model could be established which would give completely free medical treatment to the poor, whosoever, irrespective of the distinction in caste, creed, color, religion or country. So this was a very unique chance for me to get experience with and to see whether such an experiment could succeed. And I'm here to say today that all these years have been associated with these two institutes and their functioning. This experiment has succeeded and is a viable model worth emulating for anybody who is interested in the welfare of the countrymen of this country or people anywhere else who cannot afford the high-tech surgery or high-tech investigations or high-tech treatment or intervention of any kind. So these two hospitals are manned by the best manpower in the field of medicine, medical specialties that they profess. They have the state-of-art equipment available in every section, whether it is for the diagnostic purposes or for the therapeutic purposes. And the buildings and the physical facilities available in both these hospitals is of the highest order. And the special feature of these physical facilities is that they do not look like hospitals, but look like more or less temples where the people do feel happy to go in to get the treatment, because the very feel and the smell and the atmosphere and the environment is more spiritual than commercial, which is a regular feature of other hospitals. The hospitals are very neatly maintained, very disciplinedly managed, and are up to date in their patient caring facilities. It is a matter of pride, in fact, to be a member of such a team which is wholly and completely dedicated towards the love and loving treatment of the patients who come to these hospitals in large numbers. The Sri Satsai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Puttaparthi is devoted to the diagnosis and treatment of diseases of kidney, heart, and eyes. Therefore, we have the specialties of the urology, nephrology, cardiology, cardiothoracic surgery, vascular surgery, and ophthalmology. It's also very well stacked with facilities, supporting facilities like that of radiology, laboratory medicine, blood bank, dietary services, and things that are needed to run an international standard hospital. The All India, the hospital, the Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Whitefield is dedicated to the specialties of brain and heart. At present, we have neurology, neurosurgery, neuropsychiatry, cardiology, and cardiothoracic surgery, including vascular surgery, in this institute at Whitefield. It has also independent support services like that of radiology, laboratory medicine, anesthesiology, and other dietary services and other support services. All these services of both the hospitals are of international standards. There is an extensive exchange of the highly trained manpower from the rest of the developing world and developed world both. And with the result that the standard of treatment and diagnosis and health care procedures and processes are maintained at an international standard. All the patients who come here are treated like the most important commodities in the process of health care. the patients are registered and given a thorough investigation. Then their treatment charted out and they are put out on the waiting list for surgeries or interventions as the case may be. In some of the diseases which are of not very much in numbers, they are being taken up online with minimum delay, but some of the operations for which there are a large number of patients like valvular heart diseases and congenital heart diseases, we have a long waiting list because the treatment is completely free. But their turn does come and every care is taken that the clinical condition of the patient is assessed very accurately so that the patients who need immediate attention do get that through the emergency services of both these hospitals, and the patients who can wait are given the medical treatment and put on the waiting list. As soon as their turn comes, they are called for intervention or surgeries. Patients seem to be satisfied with the system and they do not mind waiting for some time before their turn for surgery comes. The case histories of the patients are completely accurately maintained and are put on the information system of the hospital. The medical records are up-to-dated electronically, and we have one of the best, one of the most modern patient care information system, which is quite enviable in a way, since most of the developing countries in the world do not have this system. It is possible with this system in our hands to daily monitor our progress and see the utilization of our resources to the best towards the achievement of the better goals in the patient care processes. The spiritual aspect of the medicine, which is completely, or I should say mostly neglected in most of the hospitals of the world, is given a high priority in these two institutes, in the sense that all the workers, health workers in both the hospitals feel they are having one single sole duty under the guidance and the motivation of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba to serve the patients as their gods, and any service towards this patient will be service to the God. And they also believe that the hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray. The workers have to be dedicated and they must feel that they are the people who are instruments in the restoration of the health of the patient, and not the doers actual. It is the God who heals, they only try to treat. The element of ego of these all health workers, be it the doctor or the nurse or even lower categories, they have to maintain a low profile and be all the time following the principles of human behavior, perfect human behavior and possessing the human qualities, possessing the human virtues, and practicing the human values of love, of purity and service towards the patient. Patients also respond to such a atmosphere very well, and we have seen that as compared to the patients of the other hospitals, an average patient feels much happier and is much more at home than he is in any other hospital. Many of the patients have already gone through many other hospitals before landing up in our hospitals, particularly the lower socio-economic group. They feel more friendly and they have got more hope and faith in such an environment which is maintained positively by the positive efforts of all the types of health workers that are practicing there. And every precaution is taken, every care is taken to see that free medicine does not mean cheap medicine. We give the best possible technologies, health technologies available to the patient. We make the best possible food to their taste and their choice available to them. We give the best possible medicines and drugs available in the market for treatment of their diseases to them. Again, completely free of charge. And the patients, by and large, do realize the benefits of having been the inside or having been the consumers of the services of these two hospitals. Up to now, several lakhs of people have benefited by the outpatient services of these two hospitals. As regards the inpatient services concerned, the surgeries that have been performed in the field of heart diseases, we have done nearly 14,000 surgeries in both the hospitals combined. And we have done about 4,300 surgeries of the brain and spine so far. We have done 25,000 kidney and urological surgeries during this period at the hospital at Puttaparthi. We have done 25,000 eye surgeries so far. All these surgeries and procedures which I have mentioned in numbers are of the spectrum, very wide spectrum. They include least complicated to the most complicated and difficult challenges in the field of surgery. And the success rate of these surgeries has been quite high, comparable to any of the best institutions in the world. So has been the mortality rate persistently low, less than 2% in both these hospitals, even though we deal with mostly low socioeconomic group of patients and we deal with patients who have been vastly neglected and have been deprived of the medical treatment for a long time, and their diseases therefore are quite complicated. In spite of all these factors, our mortality rates and morbidity rates have been persistently low and comparable to the best figures in the world. Our program doesn't stop short at this. We are trying to keep the track of the patients while after their discharge also wherever they go. And we have an extensive service for counseling these patients after their discharge and keeping a track of these patients and their development and their behavior towards the treatment. And we see that the SSSIHMS organization in general and the SSSIHMS workers all over the world, they keep track of their requirements. Suppose the patient wants to come back and wants to have some information, a ready available method of communication is made available to them to be in touch with the main hospital or the treating doctor, so that the rehabilitation of these patients is a complete process.